It's very personal because I am descended from enslaved people. Many people who, like me, are the children of immigrants from the Caribbean have this sense that history hasn't really been resolved. Why is history interesting to us? It's interesting because it still pervades the present moment. There is a direct link between the Windrush scandal and the transatlantic slave trade. When you're dealing with very difficult material, theatre can do things that historians can't. To create a voice that you can't see in the archives. What started me looking into this, and I'd in some ways been looking at it for as long as I've been writing, for a long, long time, thinking about the transatlantic slave trade. But when I was younger, didn't really know how I might write about it. And I was fascinated by J.M.W. Turner's painting The Slave Ship, and spent many hours at the Museum of Modern Art in Boston just looking at it. Some of my own thinking about the play comes from my thoughts on that painting. And it gives rise to lots of questions because it is so very different to other artistic representations of the slave trade by white artists. And it's different because it captures something that is very complex. There are lots of contradictions in the painting. For a start, it's really, really beautiful, but its subject matter is awful.
And I am a middle, see them play, working another.
So we'd got to our third preview doing Rockets and Blue Lights when Boris Johnson made the announcements that we shouldn't go to the theatre. That had just happened. The cast were warming up. They were so eager to deliver this story to the world. Having to go into the theatre and talk to the company was, it's a moment I won't forget.
You ready to go?
Testing.
1, 2, 3.
I'm just going to be speaking from here. Can you hear also?
Is it recording?
You probably can't hear it, but it really started raining heavily.
Very heavy.
But you can't pick that up though?
Yeah, not a problem for me.
That's what we do.
And then when I got the call from Bertie Carvel talking about making this play for radio.
We're making a radio show.
Yeah.
I think a few things ran through my head. I mean, it's a play with 25 characters in it, 2 time frames. Will people understand it? Will they be able to follow it? And also, it's not just an adaptation of the play for radio. It's let's record the play as it was.
Yeah. It's going to sound mad to you right now, but when you hear it back. Hello?
I think maybe his internet or something.
It's like our first technical hitch of the day.
In practicality, it's been complicated to record it. Everybody's making makeshift studios in their bedrooms and kitchens and telling their housemates to be quiet. Apologies, that's home recording deliveries.
It's like real, isn't it? Yeah.
It's been wonderful to lay this down in a way that will be a permanent record that theatre never is, actually. It's ephemeral. So I'm excited to share it.
Yeah, me too.